Okay, Trinity, what is y'all's name?
Hi, we are the Browns. Trinity, Connor Brown, like the color.
Okay, all right, that's what I needed, okay. And then Judith Spencer, I see you listed, but can you tell me your name, because we do not have a file for you, and if I want to get a file for you if you were here on that, under that name or some other name. You're muted and I cannot hear you. Judith Spencer.
She's new with this. There'll be multiple people on the docket.
All right, so go ahead and mute yourself if you're not already muted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and you said,
Hey, is he there?
give me a minute. I'm moving some people around, and then I'm going to do I'm going to talk to you about your rights, types of pleas, and way to handle your ticket today, and then we'll address them one-on-one. So give me just a minute, and I'll start that process. Hold on. Did you end up going to the prosecutor's breakout room?
Oh.
Did you turn on your audio?
We did, but then we came right back.
Right, yeah. And for some reason, I don't know why it was sending everybody. I was just trying to send one person and it sent everybody. So, forgive us these technical difficulties. Okay. So they should all be coming back. Let's see.
Judith Spencer is James Starr.
What happens if you swipe to the right? You see that bottom, stick to that.
Y'all go ahead and mute yourself again.
Sorry, I'm trying to work on because I can't get any sound. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And what is your name?
Andrew Julian Arbaugh.
That's from different. Can you hear me?
All right, sorry, we're having some difficulties with the assignments of rooms. As soon as everybody gets back, we're gonna just go through the information and go take each case one by one, okay? All right, there we go. Okay, for some reason, we're having difficulties with the breakout room, so I'm just gonna go forward and talk to you about your rights, types of pleas, and ways you can handle your ticket today, and then we'll take them one by one. So first, okay, so you have the right to a trial, and there are two types of trial. There's a bench trial and a jury trial. In a bench trial, the judge determines your guilt or innocence to the offense, and the judge determines your punishment. In a jury trial, we seat 6 people as your jury, and they will listen to your case and they will determine guilt or innocence. But even in a jury trial, you can elect to have either the judge or the jury determine punishment if you are found guilty. But that election of the judge or jury for punishment has to be made before we seat the 6 jurors in the jury box. Please be aware that if your case is set for trial, you must be present at your trial date and be prepared with all your materials to present to the court. It's important that you research the trial process and are very aware of the Texas Rules of Civil Evidence. The Texas Rules of Evidence, because you will be held to that standard.
Okay.
If you fail to appear in court on your trial date, not only do you run the risk of having an additional charge filed against you, you may also be responsible for costs of trial, including jury summons and officer overtime. You have the right to remain silent, not say anything at all, and the fact that you do cannot be held against you by the fact finder. You have the right to confront witnesses that will testify against you. You have the right to bring in witnesses to testify on your own behalf. You have the right to review your discovery, which are things such as a police report, a DVD, and a citation. But keep in mind, not all cases have a police report or DVDs, but all cases should have either a citation or a complaint. If there are other items you would like to see, you will need to make a written request as to what it is you would like to see. You also have the right to hire your own attorney. I cannot appoint an attorney to this case, as this is a fine-only misdemeanor court, but please understand, you still do run the risk of going to jail if you fail to pay, or you fail to appear, or you refuse to conduct community service that's ordered, and then I might have no other option than to commit you to serve out your fine in jail. So those are your rights. Please keep in mind that during the pendency of your case, it is very important that you keep this court advised of your current address, phone number, and email. What'll happen is if we don't have the current address and phone number and email, we might send you a notice. It will go to your old contact information, and then the case, you won't receive the notice, you'll fail to appear, you'll end up potentially with another charge against you, okay? So it's very important you keep us advised of your current address, telephone number, and email. Now I'm gonna talk to you about the types of pleas, and there are 3 types of pleas: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Guilty means you're admitting guilt and you do not want to go to trial. No contest means you're not admitting the charge, you're not denying the charge, but you are accepting responsibility and you do not want to contest your charges and go to trial. Not guilty means you have an issue with your case and you want to proceed to trial. So those are your 3 types of pleas: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Now I'm going to talk about ways you can handle your ticket today. One is if you were going to plead not guilty, we'll set you for trial. We will let you talk to the prosecutor today and probably give you another pretrial date, and then we'll set you on a trial docket. The other option is you can just simply pay the fine, the set fine and costs. Understand if you do that, you will have a conviction on your record, and traffic convictions remain on your record for 5 years. And then penal code convictions stay on your record and do not come off unless you're a juvenile and you utilize your expunction rights. Another way of handling your ticket today is you can ask for deferred disposition, which is basically it's basically probation, and you can ask that from the prosecutor or the judge. Understand no one has the right to deferred. Deferred is basically probation, however, it's unsupervised. If you are granted deferred, you will pay an increased fine. You'll have to complete all conditions of your probation, and you cannot get any new violations during the period of your deferred. If you're successful with your deferred terms, your case will be dismissed. If you are unsuccessful, your probation will be revoked. You'll have to pay an increased fine and you'll have a conviction on your record. Okay, so that's deferred. If you have a traffic violation or an equipment violation, you may elect to take a driver safety course, but understand you only have the right to take the drive or choose that driver safety course on your initial appearance, which should be today. Okay, y'all mute yourselves if you're not unmuted. I mean, mute yourself if, okay, thanks. So if you take a driver safety course, it's commonly referred to as defensive driving, all right? You have to take that option today. If you don't take that option today, you lose it. Please understand you can only take a driver safety course 1 time per year for a ticket dismissal, but let's talk about how you calculate that 1 year. It is not 1 year from today. You have to go back to your violation date and then go 1 year from that date to determine whether you've taken the driver safety course in the 1 year period. If you have, you cannot use that option today. If you take the driver safety course option and we find out that you have taken it in the 1 year period, which we will, then you're going to end up with that option revoked. You'll end up with a conviction on your record and a maximum fine. To be eligible to take the driver safety course today, you have to be able to do 3 things. 1, you have to be able to pay the cost and administrative fee. You have to be able to show us a valid driver's license that is not a CDL, and you have to show us insurance with your name on it. Okay, so you got to be able to do those 3 things to do the driver safety course. Then, if you choose the driver safety course option, you have 90 days to complete that. You don't have 91 days. You do not have 92 days. You have 90 days to complete it. If you take it and you take it after the 90th day, we won't accept it. Please don't wait till the 89th day to take it, because invariably that's when the computer breaks down and you aren't able to get it done. Okay, so those are your right types of pleas and ways for handling your ticket today. I'm going to now put you back in the waiting room unless, is there anybody here who knows they are going to plead not guilty? Because if so, I'll go ahead and try to get you to the prosecutor room to confer with the prosecutor. Okay, Karen, I see her. That's the only one I see. Okay. All right.
So I got a quick question. I'm sorry, I got a brain injury and I'm trying to write this down as you're going through it. So as far as the paying the fines, is there like, I'm not looking at a deferment or anything. I'll pay what I need to, but is there like a payment plan that is set up for that, or?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll keep you in here. We'll go over that real quick. You'll be the first one, and then I'll get you out of here real quick then, okay? So,
Okay.
And I'm going to move Karen over to the prosecutor room. I'm going to move the rest of you back to the waiting room, okay?
Okay.
We also want to do a payment plan.
Who's that?
Devin Alanis.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if you want to do deferred or if you're just, if you want to do, if you're just going to pay what's the fine on the case jacket and do that, then we can do that real quick, but otherwise,
Yeah, he wants to go on probation.
yeah, so I'm going to put you in the waiting room. Okay, hold on.
Sounds good.
Okay. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, so. Okay, Mr. Arbaugh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're here for pedestrian on adjacent to a highway public intoxication, correct?
Correct.
And how'd you want to plead on that? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay, and are you telling me you just want to pay the fine and have it on your record? It's $206.
Yes, I'll pay the fine and I'll have that on my record because
Okay, so I have an email of ajarb87@gmail.com, correct?
that is correct.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to send you an email that gives you instructions on how to make payment. And you can either, I think, send us a check, you could come in here and pay, or that email will give you the link on how to do it online, okay?
Okay. And how much was that?
$206.
206. Okay.
And I don't know if there's any fees associated with paying online or anything like that, okay? But look for an email from our court today that tells you how to do that. Take care of that email, address it through that email, and that should take care of the ticket, okay?
Okay, thank you. Now, how much time do I have to do that? Because my VA check won't be in until the 30th of this month. Is that
Just get it done
fine?
by the end of the month. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You're free to go.
Bye-bye.
Just go see, I might be in the, waiting to be fed on.
Okay. Oh, is he in the waiting room?
Well, he got kicked off and he will rejoin.
Yeah. So he's in the waiting room. I'll get him back.
Okay.
It says a translator needed.
Okay, they might have one.
Seth Morris, are you there? Okay. All right. Turn on your audio.
All right.
All right. Seth Morris, it looks like you're here for speeding 81 and a 65. How do you want to plead on that? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of that ticket today?
What were you?
Can we ask, I was a little confused, if we do the driver safety course, first of all, I see 16, is he eligible for that? And does that,
He is, he wasn't going, he was speeding, but he wasn't going 25 over. So I can give that as an option. You'd have to get it done within 90 days. You can't have had a ticket within the last, have you done a driver safety course in the last
never
year?
had a ticket, no,
Okay, so you have to show us a valid Texas driver's license. Do you have that?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have insurance with your name on it?
yes,
And can you pay that? I think it's $144 today.
yes.
Okay, then I can let you take the driver safety course. Now, Seth,
Mm-hmm.
81 and a 65. Why? Why are we going 81 and 65?
I don't know. I guess
What'd you say? You
I don't know. I guess
Okay, why do they have speed limits?
Yeah.
safety. I guess.
Well, do you think that somebody has decided, like, why do they have on one road a 35 and not a 65?
I don't know.
Really? You don't know? Okay, no, Mom, it's my turn. This is my turn. Seth,
Yes, ma'am.
you're driving in front of a school.
Oh.
Speed limit's what? What's the typical speed limit in front of a school?
20.
Okay,
30.
why do they? Well, 20.
Okay.
20 usually in a school zone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why do they put it at 20?
Because there's people around.
Yeah, little people too, right?
Yes.
And they're not very responsible and they're likely to run out in front of cars and stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're on a regular neighborhood street. What's that typical speed limit?
25.
What?
25.
A regular neighborhood?
I believe so.
Okay. What about, let's say a road through the middle of downtown. What do you think that speed limit is?
35.
Okay. Why isn't it 65?
There's people down there, and there's more cars in that area.
Right. So, do you think that somebody's figured out why we have certain speed limits for certain roads?
Yes.
And what do you think their rationale was for choosing the certain speed limits for certain roads?
The amount of people and cars being there.
And safety, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was the speed limit on the roads you were driving on?
65.
Okay, is 81 a safe speed?
No, ma'am.
You realize the damage that you can do if you are driving unsafely on a road that is marked 65 and you're going 81? Do you understand the damage you can do if you're riding in a speed limit that's excessive over the speed limit?
Yes.
I mean, you run the risk of getting into a wreck and hurting not just yourself, but somebody else. You don't want to do that, do you?
No, ma'am.
All right. So it's very important. You're 16 years old. You've got to create good driving habits, and you've got to fix this driving habit right now. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We had a kid in Comal County who was driving his friends around on these back roads here, and the speed limit was 50 and he was going 65 and just going up and down those winding curvy roads. Bam, had an accident, killed his friend. You want to do that?
No, ma'am.
No, you don't want to do that. All right. So it's really important that you pay attention to those speed limits. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to let you take your driver safety course, but pay really close attention to what you read and hear in that driver safety course. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We do that so we can keep you safe. Your mom wants you around for a really long time. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Is
You've
this-
got 90 days to do that. All
Is
right.
this different than the deferred sentence? Will this be a deferred sentence? You just.
It is It's basically deferred. You complete the conditions of the driver safety course and the case will get dismissed.
Okay.
Okay, you have 90 days to do it. Like I said, you do not have 91 days. You do not have 92 days. 90 days is plenty of time to get it done. So you've got until January 26th of 2021. My suggestion is you get it done before Christmas, and that way you make sure you get it done now the way, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you will get, okay. I have holly.moms96 as your email, correct?
Morris, it's Holly.
Okay, I misread that then, okay. Okay, all right. No, it's right. It's just, I thought it said moms.
The two R's look like an M. Yeah.
They do. Yeah, and 96. Okay, all right. So I'm glad I caught that. We will send you an email that tells you how to sign up and where to sign up for that course. And follow those instructions, get that done this week, and then get that done within the 90 days, and you will be good to go. Okay, so look for that email at that email address, okay?
Okay.
And
Yes,
how
ma'am.
about paying? Will that be in the email?
Those instructions will also be in the email.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Thank you.
all right. You guys are free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't hear her. Dad.
I'm muted. I was muted because I was talking to somebody else. I need you to turn on your video, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Devin Alanez, how do you pronounce that last name?
Alanis.
Alanese? Alanese, okay. All right, looks like you're here for failing to maintain financial responsibility. How do you want to plead on that? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
The probation,
Okay, yeah, but how do you want to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
No contest.
Okay, and, all right, so you're asking for deferred. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so one of the conditions of deferred when you fail to maintain financial responsibility is you have to maintain insurance during the period of the deferred. Do you have insurance now?
The question we have is that he had insurance on his previous vehicle. And when he went to go purchase a new vehicle, he carried insurance over with him.
Well, did he have insurance with his name on it?
Yes, he had insurance on his name on it, but it wasn't on the right car.
That doesn't matter. Is it May 11th of 2020? Did he have insurance?
He did.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have something you can show me, a proof of that?
Can you give me the insurance? Let me, my wife's gonna pull it up real quick here.
Okay.
The insurance card
Which one, the new
from
one?
May.
For May.
That was just the one, that was just the collision
Can you,
insurance.
I know, can you get it for us, please?
Yeah, but does it have his name on it?
It does.
Yes,
It
sir.
was the vehicle that he purchased from Long Motors, and they required him when he purchased the vehicle, it's a dealership to cover insurance while he's being financed. She's gonna get it for you real quick here. But it does have his name on it. But he went from that car because it was wrecked to a new car at a dealership.
We have in the records that the insurance had expired March 21st.
She's gonna pull it.
Let's see if I can find it, Joey.
Give us 1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I gave you all that paperwork the day you went to court. Did they take a picture of the original paperwork you took into the court?
Do you want me to ask her that?
No, just
Or no?
try to pull it under.
Okay.
Here's a picture of the car the day that we did it.
She
I can't find the picture of it. I gave you all of the permit documents.
Is she on mute?
Yeah, she's on me.
I can only find pictures of the car.
Okay, so do you have proof?
What was that, ma'am?
You have the proof?
Yes, we do.
I just
Okay,
can't
so,
find it.
can you email that to us?
Yes, what's your email?
Okay,
I'm gonna email him, tell him to click on the back.
what's the email?
Peggy Arias.
So it's that, okay. Okay, so the email that I need you to email it to right now is PARIAS.
P-A-R-I. Shut up, Devin. P-A-R-I.
AS
Mhm.
at Bulverde TX, all one word, .gov.
Attention.
Pardon?
Attention who?
Just send it, that's Peggy, and she will pull it up and we'll take a look at it. I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room and then I'll bring you back in, okay? So send that over to me so we can take a look at it, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I am going to send y'all links to go into a breakout room with the prosecutor, but I need you to accept the link to go into the breakout room, okay? Okay,
Okay,
okay, let me do that again and I'll send y'all over there, okay?
okay.
All right.
Ahorita que te hizo, fue cuando te sacó.
Okay, Judith Spencer, you need to join the breakout room. Okay, excellent, okay. Okay, Trinity, can you turn on your audio and your video, please? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's for Connor Thomas Brown. Okay,
Hello.
Mr. Brown. Okay, it looks like you were here for speeding 56 and a 35. How do you want to plead on that? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, ma'am.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of that ticket today?
Defensive driving school.
Okay, so I'm not inclined to do that. Where were you driving? This is 35, and you're going 56 and a 35. Where are you driving?
I was driving down to see a tennis coach for the fourth time in a week, and it was about 60 miles away. And
Well, that was my question. My question was, where were you driving?
I was driving to Canyon and Lookout
Near Stone Oak.
near Stone Oak.
Tell them there's traffic on.
Okay, so what street were you on?
I was on
There'd been a lot of traffic on 1604, and he drives down to San Antonio Christian School for elite tennis camp. And so he was going a back way down 3351, I think.
Right, going a back way, right? Okay, so were you in a neighborhood?
I was on 400 Bulverde Road, and there were very, very few cars and or people or houses anywhere nearby.
Okay, but it's not a freeway.
It's
Okay.
a farm.
Farm
It's
road. Okay.
Yeah, it's a country road. It's the back way to Stone Oak from
I
Cordia.
appreciate that. But why did that, Mr. Brown, why do they have speed limits on roads?
They have speed limits on roads to keep roads safe so that there are no accidents. And
Okay, so probably 10 years ago, when you were just a very small child, we had a young man, probably about your age, on those small country roads, out going up and down those fun country roads with his friends, not going the speed limit, probably going about 20 miles over the speed limit like you were. You know what he did? He wrecked his car and he killed his kid. He killed his friend. Okay, he didn't die, but his friend died. Okay, that's what happens when you go 20 miles over on these country roads. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just not inclined to give you a driver safety course for going 20 miles on a country road because you're going to hurt yourself and you're going to hurt somebody else. I will offer you deferred, you know, so that you can keep it off your record. I'm not trying to put it on your record. I just want you to appreciate the gravity of the situation. How old are you?
I'm 16 years old, ma'am.
Okay, so we have got to create good driving habits, and you've got to create them now, okay? For your safety and the safety of others on the road. Your mother wants you along around for a very long time, okay? So you've got to be careful about how you speed, and you don't want to hurt anybody else. That was just devastating to that other young gentleman, and it's just very difficult to recover from, okay? So it's really important that you appreciate the need for what speed you're going, okay? So I will offer you deferred. That is absolutely an option. Do you want to do deferred?
Would you explain that a little further? We heard your first one, but I need to know exactly how long probation is, what's involved in the cost.
So if it's deferred,
he does play 30 hours of extracurricular tennis on top of varsity tennis at Bernie High School.
yeah.
So,
So it is, you have to pay the fine. You have to not get any similar violations. Because of your age, you will have to take a driver safety course as a condition of deferred. It will not be used simply to dismiss the ticket, but as a condition of the deferred. If you get all those things done, case will get dismissed, okay? So it's the only time commitment really is going to be that driver safety course, okay? And
And just
so-
to be clear, not to interrupt you, just to be clear, if he, weren't under these 16 Country Road, young, he would just take the driver safety course and be done with this. So this is just an extra little step to make sure that he understands the severity.
that's a good
And
way to put it. Yeah.
the outcome is the same.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The case will
between
get
A and
dismissed.
B.
Yes, the case will get dismissed if he completes the conditions, okay? So it would be a cost and fine would be $292.90, okay? The
Yes,
question would be, how much time would you need to pay that? And then he would be on deferred for either 3 months or 6 months, depending on how much time you needed to pay that cost. And then
Okay.
that's that same time period that you would have to take the driver safety course.
Okay, I can pay the cost within 3 months.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll give you 3 payments of $98 each, okay?
I can pay the cost today.
Okay, all right, then I can put it today, all right? All right, so what we're gonna do then, so let me walk through this with you, okay? Okay, so you are going to have okay, and then we're gonna do, so we'll put you on deferred for the 90 days, all right?
We could hire a lawyer.
Unless the cost deferred driving. If
The outcome's the same. You pay the
Right,
fine,
right.
you go to driver's school.
All right,
Yeah.
so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have a fee of a fine of $158.90, cost of $134 for a total of $292.90. You're not gonna get any similar violations during the period of your deferred, which is until January 26th of 2020,
I'm sorry, you cut out what 26, please?
January 26th of 2021. And I'm gonna send you this paperwork. We're gonna send you this paperwork,
Yes,
which will
ma'am.
have all this information on it. You're gonna pay it in full today, the $292.90. We're gonna send you an email and give you instructions on how to pay it. You're not gonna get any similar violations during the period of your deferred. You will need to take a driver safety course during that 90-day period, and you'll have to return to us both the certificate and the driver safety record that comes with that, and we'll send you an email that has that information on it. You'll be on deferred, like I said, until January 26th of 2021. You get all that done, case gets dismissed, okay? If you don't get it all done, you're gonna have to appear before me on January 27th of 2021 and explain to me why you didn't get it done, okay?
Yes, ma'am, Judge. He will have all these things done quickly. I want to go back to what you said in your initial address to everybody. Even though he has this 3 months deferred, well, he will absolutely not exceed the speed limit by 1 mile.
That's correct.
He will still have 1 year from the date of his ticket 3 weeks ago, right? You said that he would have 1 year from the date of the ticket to not take defensive driving school again.
No, yeah, that's right. Well, no, yeah, yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know how it works that way. I can only tell you backwards. If he gets a ticket and he can go back 1 year from the date of the violation and he's taken the driver safety course, then he won't be able to use the driver safety course as a.
Okay. So we're going to talk as if.
No, that's not the case. You aren't taking the driver safety course in this scenario to take care of your ticket. It is a condition of the deferred. Okay. I do not know if he gets another ticket. If that's not an option, it might be an option because he didn't use the driver safety course to dismiss a ticket. You follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So I have Trinity Brown 76 as your email. Is that
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
All right, so we will send you this paperwork. We'll send you information on how to make payment and information on the driver safety courses that you can take and how you can take care of all this, all right? You'll get an email from the Bulverde Court this afternoon, okay? Please address that email today or this week. And then once you do, this will be set on deferred, and then you get all those conditions met, case gets dismissed, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you drive safely, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're free to go.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, it's Mr. Alanes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The paperwork you sent us shows an effective date of that insurance of May 28th, and your violation date was May 11th. So I do not show that you had insurance on that day.
No,
Does other paperwork-
that's when he got his vehicle. That's the payment when he had just purchased that vehicle, and that was the payment for his insurance. But he has it when he first bought his vehicle from them, and then subsequently every month, I mean, every 2 weeks after his payment was. So he has insurance all the way through. Go ahead.
the paperwork you sent showed an effective date of that insurance of May 28th.
Well,
Okay,
no, it was the day that the vehicle was purchased. That was just the effective date that payment was made. Do you
What-
want me to get
what
you?
you- Listen to me. What you sent shows an effective date of the insurance of May 28th. That's
Look it
what
up,
says
man.
on the paperwork. I need something that shows that you had insurance on May 11th. What
May
you
11th.
said doesn't
Okay.
prove.
So go back.
Let me call them. Let me call them real quick and see if I can get it.
We're gonna call the company real quick here and get that for you.
Okay, that's
Because
fine.
every 2 weeks is when it would have been. That's just the one of the payments.
Okay, but I need to see something that shows an effective date prior to May 11th.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
1 second.
And then send an email to that same email, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
We're gonna put you back in the waiting room to do that, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Alanes?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have not received another email.
We're still looking for, we called the company up and they couldn't help us out. So we're looking for that
The original
payment.
purchase date.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of trying to figure that out on the fly and on the rush, how about if we reset you to, what's today? If we reset you to November 18th? And between now and then, if you can provide proof to this court?
Yeah, we should be able to get it here in like the next day or so.
I'll just drive there.
If I had to drive to dealership, it's in Austin, I can go there and go get the paperwork from them.
Yeah,
Because
so here's the deal. Well, here's the deal. If you can provide proof of insurance, that he had insurance with his name on it on May 11th of 2020, this case can be dismissed with no payment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to reset you to November 18th in order to do that. You can provide that prior to November 18th. And if you get
Okay.
if you get it to us prior to November 18th and you talk to the clerk, then you won't have to appear on the 18th. Just make sure you've conferred with her directly by telephone to confirm she's received it and that, yes, we've confirmed that it will be dismissed. Then you don't have to appear. Otherwise, I want you to appear, okay?
Got it. So we're gonna head over there today or tomorrow to the dealership because they said they had to go through all these documents in order to get it. So he
So are
had
you
just bought that
live in
vehicle.
Bulverde?
Yes, ma'am.
And why don't you just swing on by the court afterwards and bring them the paperwork that you've got and talk to them? And if you can bring them proof, then the case can get dismissed, okay?
Okay, we can do
I'm
that.
gonna officially reset it to November 18th. Just, once you confer with the clerk, just confirm, do I have to come on the 18th or not, okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. You guys find out that information and paperwork and we'll be good to go, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, y'all free to go.
Bye-bye.